has a secret. Have you ever stopped to wonder, what's the real difference between loving someone and being completely obsessed with them? Today I want to tell you about a movie, one that will leave that question echoing in your head long after it ends. The movie is called Obsession. Now, this film isn't just famous for its story. There's something almost unbelievable about how it came to exist. A young, first-time director made this on a shoestring budget. We're talking roughly $140,000. The kind of budget a decent YouTube creator spends on a single video. And that tiny little film went on to earn over $300 million worldwide. IMDB rating, 8.1 out of 10. But this isn't just a love story. It's a warning that too much of anything, even love, can destroy everything. All right, let's get into it. Our story begins in a small diner. A young guy named Bear is sitting across from a waitress, rehearsing. Like, literally rehearsing the same lines over and over, like a student cramming the night before an exam. He's trying to find the words to tell his childhood best friend, Nikki, that he loves her. They grew up together. He's had feelings for her for years. But every single time he gets close to saying it, the words just disappear. The waitress smiles at him. "That was beautiful. She'll say yes." His best friend Ian, sitting nearby, just rolls his eyes. "Bro, stop rehearsing. Just say it." That night, the four of them, Bear, Ian, Nikki, and their friend Sarah, are supposed to go to a nightclub together. But before that, Bear comes home to find his cat Sandy lying motionless on the floor. Empty pill bottles scattered around her. An overdose. Sandy is gone. Bear is devastated. He wraps her up, goes to his room, and cries. Then Nikki calls, reminding him about tonight, and she says 5 words that make him forget everything else. "I need to talk to you." Bear is there in 10 minutes. On the way, he stops at a shop to find Nikki a replacement for her crystal necklace. She dropped it down the drain earlier. He can't find the right one, but then something catches his eye. A small wooden stick with a name engraved on it. One Wish Willow. The shopkeeper leans in. "Break it. Make a wish. Some people say it works. Most don't. Your risk." Bear buys it, more out of curiosity than anything else. At the nightclub, Bear keeps trying to find the moment, the right second to just say it. But every time he gets close, something pulls him back. He ends up telling Sarah about the cat instead. She comforts him. Walking out later, Nikki hands some spare change to a homeless man on the street, without hesitation. And in that tiny moment, Bear feels something shift inside his chest. He drives her home. They talk about love, about relationships. He almost says it. Almost. And then, he accidentally calls her Freaky Nikki, a nickname she absolutely hates. Nikki goes still, looks him right in the eye. "Do you love me? If there's something you want to say it now." And Bear says no. "We're just good friends." Nikki goes inside. The door closes behind her. Bear sits alone in the car. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out the willow. He doesn't even fully believe in it, but he breaks it anyway, and he wishes that Nikki would love him more than anyone else in the world. The air changes. Nikki comes back outside. Her eyes are different. She says she wants to come to his place, that her dad was just diagnosed with cancer, that she can't be alone. Bear brings her home. She's emotional, closer than usual, almost unnervingly so. They kiss. But Nikki suddenly pulls back, shaking, gasping, a panic attack. "Did I hurt you?" she keeps asking over and over. Bear calms her down. They sleep in separate rooms. The next morning, Bear walks into the kitchen and stops. Sandy's body, the decomposing body of his cat, has been taken out of the garbage bag and arranged on the kitchen floor, like a shrine. Nikki just smiles. "Maybe I had a little too much to drink last night. Don't worry about it." At work, Ian pulls Bear aside. "What happened?" But even as Bear talks, he's watching Nikki. She won't leave his side. She mirrors his every move. It's not affection anymore. It's something else. Bear goes back to the shop. "Can this be undone?" The shopkeeper nods slowly. "If someone else makes a wish and it works, it might break yours." Bear buys more willows, tries to break one himself. Nothing. One wish per person. His chance is already gone. So he goes to Ian, tells him everything. Ian doesn't buy it. Laughs, snaps a willow, and jokes, "Fine, I wish for $1 billion. Money starts falling from the ceiling. Ian just stares. But Bear's wish, still unbroken. Things get worse fast. At a party, Nikki smashes a broken bottle into her own face. Bear rushes her to the hospital. They won't admit her. Back home, she whispers, "I want to be with you. When I see Sarah near you, I can't breathe." Bear looks at her. "Do you actually love me?" She smiles. "Yes, I'm your freaky Nikki." That name, the real Nikki hated. Bear understood then. This wasn't Nikki. This was something he had created, something wearing her face. He tells her to go back to her own apartment. She collapses into tears. "Please don't send me away." Then, a threat. If he pushes her away, she'll hurt herself. Bear stays. Late one night, while Nikki sleeps, Sarah texts Bear, asks him to come outside. Bear slips toward the door, but for just a few seconds, the real Nikki surfaces. Trembling, barely holding on, she whispers, "Please, while she's sleeping, end this. I'll accept whatever happens to me. I can't live like this anymore." Bear asks her, "Is being with me really that bad?" And she says, "I never loved you. This was never me. It was never me." Bear goes outside anyway. Sarah shows him a letter. She got into art school. Then she tells him something else. Nikki and Ian. 2 years. A secret relationship. Maybe Nikki had been using Bear to make Ian jealous. And in that moment, Bear finally sees it. Nikki may have never loved him at all. Then the car window shatters. Nikki is standing there, calm, cold. What happens next is brutal. Sarah doesn't survive. Nikki turns to Bear, voice completely flat. "Help me move her." And he does, because he doesn't know what else to do. Bear goes back to the shop one last time. The shopkeeper tells him Nikki herself has to make the wish. Only she can break it. He comes home. Sarah's body is in the living room, arranged, displayed. Nikki is sobbing on the floor. "Why don't you love me?" Bear hands her a willow, tries to explain. "You can wish this away. You can free yourself." She doesn't hear him. Ian walks in, Nikki attacks him. Bear pulls her back, barely calms her down. Then she says it. "If you don't love me, I'll kill you. And then I'll kill myself." Bear locks himself in the bathroom, cornered, trapped, out of options. He thinks about Sandy, about what he found that night, and he makes a terrible decision. He takes the pills. Too many. Seconds later, he wants to live. He tries to undo it, but it's too late. At the same moment, Nikki picks up the willow and breaks it. She wishes that Bear would love her as much as she loves him. It works. Bear walks out of the bathroom, his eyes now carrying the same obsession that Nikki had before. They reach for each other, finally, together. But the pills are already working. Bear falls. Nikki screams. He takes his last breath in her arms. Nikki raises a gun to herself, but the moment Bear dies, the wish dies with him. And just like that, she's herself again. She looks around, really looks, at the room, at what's in it, at what she did, and she sinks to the floor. That's obsession. A boy who loved someone, but never had the courage to say it. A wish made in a moment of desperation, and everything, absolutely everything, that unraveled from it. When love becomes obsession, it stops being love. It becomes a chain, and it doesn't just trap the person wearing it, it traps everyone around them. Loving someone means respecting their freedom, letting them be exactly who they are, not forcing, not wishing, not controlling. Just loving them, honestly. That's all for today. Take care of yourselves.